What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So today we're discussing transfer rumours, and the player that we'll be discussing will be Benatia, who's currently a Juve central defender. And of course, we know our situation in regards to defenders. We are very short on defenders at the moment. So of course, we obviously had Chiellini come back into the team, but the situation was slightly made worse by the fact that Rob Holding sustained a long-term injury, and we won't be able to see him back into the team up until next season. Of course, he had actually started the season off absolutely fantastic, and up until he had actually got injured, he had started most of the games, including cup games and important big games that we had played so far this season. So it was a huge loss in terms of Rob Holding sustaining that long-term injury. But of course, Chiellini came back, and he sort of came back at the right time as well, and basically he did perform absolutely well last weekend against Chelsea. What a fantastic performance. He led from the back, of course, got onto the score sheet as well. So that obviously made the situation seem a bit lighter than it should be. However, reinforcements are certainly needed in regards to actually getting another central defender back into the squad, because if we do sustain an injury to either one of those two players, either Socrates or Chiellini, then we find ourselves in the exact same situation that we were not too long ago. Of course, it needs to be rectified, and I'm sure the manager certainly does know that. Hence, we have been linked with Benatia at Juve. So we know that the player himself wants to leave Juventus. He's expressed the fact that he hasn't been getting enough game time. I believe he's only started 6 appearances so far this season, competitive matches that is, for Juve, and he's not getting as much game time as he would have actually wanted. So basically, as a professional athlete, as a footballer, he wants to leave to go ahead and actually get a bit more game time under his belt. So his age is 31 years old, born in France. However, he's a Moroccan international, as are a lot of these French players. And with any transfer, as we all know, things are certainly not as simple as they sound. We can be linked to him, but it's never as simple as it sounds. So a lot of teams are essentially interested in his services. The names such as Fulham are popping up, as well as Arsenal, of course. But we know Arsenal has literally conducted business, if you like, with Juve. Of course, Ramsey was free to talk to clubs as of the 1st of January, and he's essentially signed a pre-contract with Juve, and he'll be heading the other way. But the proposed move is supposedly meant to take place in the summer, but there's a twist to this whole situation. So what Arsenal has offered Juve would be to take Ramsey slightly a little bit earlier than agreed, which would have been in the summer, and bring in Benatia within this particular transfer window. Would that go down well in terms of the fans losing Ramsey early? I'm not too sure. He has been actually contributing heavily within the squad itself so far this season, in particular due to the lack of Mesut Ozil. But would that fall well with the fans? I'm not too sure. But if it means the club brings in another central defender, and we know we're going to lose Ramsey at some point anyway in the near future, he's going to be going in the summer. Why not let him go a bit earlier? Unai Emery has sort of been playing him as a bit part player, but when he's actually featured, as mentioned, he has been contributing heavily. He's been changing games, etc. So that is one part of the deal that can essentially be actually exercised in terms of actually getting this player in. Would it be on a free? Chances are it will be just a direct swap, which means Ramsey goes in a little bit earlier to Juve than actually predicted. So the fee that's been mentioned, really, it's actually a cut price fee for a 31-year-old, is about 10 million euros, which is about £8 million. And basically, as we know, the club can't make permanent signings. So that would be the proposed amount that's wanted. A Qatari-based club has actually tabled a bid for that much of 10 million euros. And apparently, Juve are definitely considering that offer. So, of course, we do have a few days left within this particular window. Things will start to gain pace towards the end of the window. But as it stands, the player wants to leave, and obviously, Arsenal is definitely an option. I do believe with all the proposed clubs that are interested in his services, he will potentially be able to pick Arsenal. But we have to wait and see how this one develops. Of course, as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.